Good evening, everybody. Hope you can hear me well and fine this Thursday evening. To say I'm exhausted, knackered would be a bit of an understatement after the week that we've had, which we're going to talk about shortly. But evening, ladies and gents, and welcome to the Catch More Carp live stream. And we are live streaming out to 4 different platforms tonight. We are live streaming out to the Catch More Carp Facebook. We are live streaming to the Catch More Carp members subscribers group on Facebook. We are live streaming to the Leon Bartropp Carper YouTube channel, which I've quite a lot of you tune into as well, and my own Leon Bartropp Angler Facebook page. So we are going live on all those platforms, all those accounts, and welcome to everybody. Hope you're all well and dandy on this Thursday evening. Let's see who's in the house, who's here this evening. We've got so much to go through. I haven't even made any notes or anything tonight. I've just sort of slid in the chair with literally seconds to go. It's just so much has been bloody going on. We've had socials. I had CC Moore social. I had the awesome Sandhurst Catch More Carp social with all you guys, which was just unbelievably good with the hog roast from heaven. Loads of fish caught, PBs, lots and lots of stuff going on. So we've got some photos to show from that later on. If you're just tuning in, we're going to. We've also got a couple of. Only got 2 spaces left now at Turners Lake for next weekend, 21st to the 23rd. Norton Disney, loads of good fishing now. We've got another hog roast. Me and Jamie will be there to help you with your fishing, have a social with you, have the hog roast with you, and go for everything to do with photography, videography, taking the pictures of your catch shots, everything like that. And we've still got a couple of spaces left. So if you want some more details about that, Norton Disney Turners Lake for 48 hours, then send me a message. And hopefully we'll be able to get you signed up for the last couple of spaces. We've also got only 2 spaces left. Let's go and have a look. Let me go and have a look. Let me go and have a look at the 2 space. This one I haven't even put out yet to everybody. Let's have a look. Oh, that's John. Let's have a look. Let's get you... Right, that one. This one, the East Delft Social. Again, we've got 2 spaces left on that one. Only 2. The 13 spaces, we've only got 2 spaces left. And it's just, at the moment, it's just Catch More Carp anglers. 2 spaces left. 3rd to 5th of November, £135. Barbecue night as well. Help you fishing, professional photography. And that is at East Delft Front and Back Lake. Me and Jamie again will be putting on a show for you. Having a nice social and going through any carp fishing question queries that you may have and helping you out. And if you're wondering what it's like, then ask the guys on here who've tuned in tonight how they enjoyed the Sandhurst social, the food, the fishing, how attentive we were, all that sort of stuff. They're the people on it, and go and look at the reviews already. So there we go. Yes, we've got that going on as well. So hope everybody is right tonight. Let's have a look who we got here. Evening, Baz. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Very well, thank you. Neil says evening one and all. Evening to you, mate. Hope you're well. Brian, evening Leon, evening all. Thanks again for all your help at Sandhurst. A great social at all. See, brilliant social. I really enjoyed it. It was nice to meet you all. Brian, you had a great time. Everybody had a great time. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Like-minded anglers, good food, good venue, some fish that everyone caught, PBs, and just nice. Very good. Thank you. Hope you're well. Evening, everyone. Hope the social was good. Very good, Terry. Some nice ones came out. See you next week, Leon and people. Yes, looking forward to seeing you, mate, and everyone else. Let me know down below in the comments what lakes you would like to see me and Jamie do a social. We are going to have one at Orchid Lake, but the dates we could get it for in October, unfortunately, myself and Jamie. Jamie was a bit tied up with other stuff because he's he's so busy, he's so good with his photography and videography, he's just in demand by everybody. So it's going to be next year, I think, but let us know down below what lakes, venues, places you would like for us to hold a social at. Put them down below. Good evening all. Great time over Sandhurst. Yeah, brilliant. Evening all. Hi Kevin, good to see you mate. Hope you're well. Roll on Norton. Everyone can't wait, can they, for the Norton after seeing the Sandhurst one? They can't wait, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I tell you, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. It's going to be great. Hopefully the weather's as nice as it was. Let me just put this up. That's it. That's a bit better. Get the camera central. Hopefully the weather's as good as it was for Sandhurst. I'm looking forward to the hog roast more than anything. Evening, Steph. Good to see you, mate. Evening, Julia. Hope you're well, my darling, and you had a great time at Sandhurst. Here he is as well, Marius. Hope you had a good time, mate. It was great to see you as well at Sandhurst. We have got the dates for next year as well. Dates for next year, just to let you know. I haven't put it out yet. First refusal for everybody who was at the Sandhurst at the weekend, last 48 hours. It's going to be June the 28th to the 30th. That's the date for 2024 for Sandhurst. June 28th to the 30th. Okay? So I haven't advertised it yet. I will be going. I mean, it's a year away, so I haven't even bothered. But put those dates in your calendar, guys. The guys who were at the Sandhurst one at the weekend, the Sunday and the Monday night and Tuesday. Just so you know, keep them free if you want to come back on next year's one. John Frith says, evening all, fantastic social. Thanks for helping. No, it's a pleasure. That's what it's all about. It's all about helping each other. That's why you come along. To experience it, to get the help. You know, we put you on, you caught a new PB. Let's get John's PB up. Let's get his PB up, bless him. Where is it? John, where's your PB? Let's take this one off, the East Elf. Look at that, look. John, with his PB, £28.12, was it, John? Something like that. Yeah, beside himself. That's what gave me the buzz all over those 48 hours. Was John was shaking and he couldn't control himself because he had a fish, his new PB. He really couldn't control it. It was lovely to see. It really was. It was me and Jamie were giggling like little school children afterwards, going. John was buzzing how it used to be. You know how it is when you catch a bigger than that. So yeah, he was more than made up, John. Well done, mate. We'll go through some of the photos. To be fair, I think we're going to go through some of them here. This one. Again, Andy, he had a lovely fish as well. Lovely to meet him and his wife. She came along. He had a lovely fish there. Look at that linear. There's the hog roast. There's the hog roast being done. Those pictures don't do it justice, to be fair, but it was it was pretty epic, the hog roast, like we knew it would be. There's Henry. Henry had a lovely fish as well. The smile says it all. Henry enjoyed himself. There we are, just going through. We had a walk round like we're going to do at Norton Disney. Talking about the swims and everything and the areas and what's good, what's bad, that type of thing. We always have a walk round before we do the draw. There's more food there. There's part of the bits and pieces. The potatoes that went with it were really nice. The rolls and all the bits and pieces. There he is. There's Dave with a lovely fish as well. Look at that. Look at the scaling patterns now. I'm sure that's a Dinton fish, that one that Dave had. Well done, mate. There we are. We're all getting everything ready and sorted and ready to go with all our kit ready for the off. That was a car park. And there's Simon with another banger. He had that out of bailiffs, that one. Beautiful fish. So that's just some of the photos from the Sandhurst. From the Sandhurst, let me just put that back up there. Hang on a second. From the Sandhurst social that we had. Again, we got a couple of spaces left for Turners, and we got a couple of spaces left for East Elf. We will be having lots more. Next year's Sandhurst one will be 28th to the 30th of June. Week or so earlier than what it is this year. And we look forward to it. Oh, plus we're going to be out in lots more socials and some in Europe as well. So watch out. If you fancy coming on one of these awesome socials, Watch the social media. Let's have a look. Let's see what we're doing. Evening, Matthew. Good to see you, mate. Leon, I think I missed your birthday. Hope you had a great day, Mrs. B. There's Nigel. Evening, all. Hope everyone well. There's Alan. Evening on everyone. See you have been smashing again. Keep up the good work. Hi, Jonathan. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Do you oh, let me just have a look. The old black chicken mug. Remember these? Might be bringing these back. To be fair, do you think I should bring these back? Do you fancy some more black chicken mugs? Wet the whistle. Weather is a bit up and down, a bit funny at the moment, isn't it? Bit wants to rain, doesn't want to rain. The fish are a little bit spawny, I found. And all the lakes I've been to this last week, Hawcott, Sandhurst, went to Woolpack for a night or two as well to recover, to get some sleep. They're all a little bit spawny still. Not a lot's coming out. It's a bit weird at the moment. I don't know if you've noticed that as well. But yeah, it's a little bit weird, isn't it? There's Jay. Evening, Chew. There's Chris. Good evening, Leon and everyone. Evening, Chew. Chris, hope you're well, mate. Well done, Johnny PB. You smashed it, mate. Yeah, such a good time, John. There's John. Hi, Leon again. Looking forward to Norton. I'm looking forward to seeing you, John. And I'm looking forward to the fishing and everything else that goes with it. There he is, Anthony Busher. Evening, guys. Evening, mate. Good to see you, Anthony. There's Simmer. I sat on Ferry Bridge surfaces having a few beers with the lads. Fair play to you. Hope you're well, Nick. Hope you're good, mate. John said, good evening. Did you manage to fix your boiling in? Yes, John. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll notice I'm a bit of a nightmare. I've got a fast and light. And as what happens with those, a couple of times I packed it away when it was wet. I did realise it was wet. I just didn't have time to air it out because I was going to another venue, etc, etc. And after 3 or 4 times happening, the top round bit actually broke. So it was in bits on that. And thankfully, one of the bailiffs at the Woolpack, Callum, who apparently has fixed about 25 of these recently. He used to work at Total Fishing Tackle, and they used to get sent back these all the time, and he used to fix them. So within about 10 minutes, he'd done it. Put some wire in, twisted it round, pushed it all in, and it was Bob's your uncle. So yes, thank you very much, Callum, and thank you very much for asking, John. Evening, Paul. Good evening, all the members. Haven't been on for a while. Glad the fishing at Sandhurst went very well, Paul, and I hope you're well. Here's a question. How many people, when packing up with rods on the floor, have had takes? I've had it happen a couple of times. Not many, to be fair. A couple of times, though. Very good question, that is. So, guys, ladies, gents, how many times have you laid the rods on the floor? It's the last thing you're packing up. You're packing up all your other stuff. You're putting your buzzers away. You've got rods lying on the floor there. How many times, or has it ever happened to you? Let me know in the comments below. It'd be interesting to find out, actually, wouldn't it? There's Cole. Look at him here. All right, Cole, the Slayer from the Woolpack. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Well done on your couple of fish. Good video. Big boat did cut your lines. There's Stuart. Good. Big boat did cut your lines. There's Stuart. Maybe so. Evening, Rich. Good to see you, mate. Here we go. Steve Goodsell. Hi, everyone. Hope all is well. Last week you asked, can I get custard creams in here at Reno, Nevada? Reno, Nevada. Tuning in. Sadly, no. I'm up for donations, though. Love the Sandhurst video. Glad you liked it, mate. Glad you liked it, Steve. Custard creams. Cannot get custard creams in Reno, Nevada. That's not good, Steve, is it, mate? It's really not good. Frank said, I will have East-Elf. That, mate, definitely. Brilliant. That definitely means we've only got 2 places left now. I'll put you down, Frank. I'll speak to you soon about it. 3rd to 5th of November, East Elf. We've got a couple of spaces left for 48 hours. Big barbecue as well for that one. Yeah, look forward to seeing you, Frank. Evening, Brian. Marius, who was on the Sandhurst Social, had a great time. Good food, lovely venue. Carl Finley, Woolpack. Bless him. Anthony said, had to redo Ecam. Good to see you, Anthony, mate. Hope you're well. And hope you had a I know you had a good time at the social. Gatner can't go to Turner's next week. Hopefully we'll be going back next year. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have another one at Turner's or somewhere else like that. Yeah, I mean, it's so popular. We're going to be doing quite a few. Well, not quite a few. We'll just pick the right ones at the right time of year. As I say, we've got Sandhurst again, 28th to the 30th of June next year. I'm not going to put that out to you guys. Just wanted you to know the dates so the guys who are on this social can put it in with their missus and that and say, oh, those dates I'm away. John says, Berners Hall. Yes, I've messaged Callum there, who runs the book there at Turners Hall. I believe he's away on holiday, so don't think he's back till next week. And I'll find out. Berners Hall be good. Orchid I wanted to do. We could have had some dates in October, but unfortunately, Jamie isn't free. He's tied up. He's got his dad's 60th birthday and a few other things. Oh, excuse me. A few other things going on. So, yeah, September was no good. August no good for him. So, yeah, unfortunately, we was going to do one in October, but we can't now. Because life has got in the way a little bit. So, but we will be doing some. We're going to get them all booked in for next year. And we're going to have some good ones, some more hog roasts, some more barbecues, everything. So it'd be good. But Berners is on the list of one to do. I want to see you Sandhurst again. You and Jamie. Yes, Marius. We all had a good time. It was really good to meet you, mate. A social and rainbow, but you can't make that happen. I bloody could make it happen, to be fair, but it'd be so bloody expensive, Jonathan. But yeah, good idea. Farlows, if you can get one, Leon. Farlows. The only problem with Farlows is that it's a little bit all over the place. To have a social, we'd have to have, there's too many swims. You could have one on the small lake, couldn't you? I suppose it's about, but I don't know if it'd cover the cost of the actual venue, because it's only about 8 swims on there, isn't there? But yeah, thanks for letting us know. Steve said Oxley's Lake for the social. That could be one, couldn't it? Let me write that down. Oxley's Lake. Yeah. Snake Pit. I think Snake Pit, as far as well, is a club water, isn't it? It's got to be a day ticket, guys, or one you can exclusively book. Yeah, Anthony says Sandhurst was awesome, so I had to book on Norton. Anthony will be coming to Norton, and we've got to do something about you losing the fish, mate. We've got to get you catching one. Definitely, I want to see that big smile. It'd be good to see you as well, because we had such a good time. And it's hog roast at Norton as well, mate. So I'm looking forward to seeing you 21st to the 23rd of July. Julia had a great time. That's what I like to hear, Julia. Terry said Berners Hall. I'll put that back down as well. Yeah, I'd like to go Berners, definitely. Never fished it. Been up there a couple of times, looked at it, met people there and things like that, but I've never fished it. John says, have you been using the Feastim XP this summer? Leon, are you mixing it with other liquids? Yes, I do use the Feastim XP. I quite like it because it's quite a meaty liquid. Goes well with Pacific Tuna. I'm using Pacific Tuna this year. I was on Triple X last year. Lovely bait, Triple X, if you're introducing it. But I'm going to be fishing around quite a lot. And you need something a little bit more potent. So I'm using the tuna and the new test bait mixed together. Which is a nice little edge, I think. I've been having some nice fish on it as well. But yeah, answer your question. I've been using the Feastim XP. I've been using it with the Marine Amino, mixing them two together because the Feastim XP is quite thin and the Marine Amino's a thicker liquid. As it gets colder, I'll probably be using the Feastim XP with liquid liver. Well, I know that's what I'll be using. Definitely. Mixing those two together for the autumn. Evening. Alan Dave said, I buy black chicken mug defo. Well, I'm going to start getting some of these out. We would be. I'll be adding products to the website as well in good time, and one of these is going to be the black chicken. You'll also be able to book your socials directly through the website when the web guy gets it all confirmed and done. So you'll be able to go on there, see what the socials are, pay your deposit, pay in full, etc., etc. And you won't have to send money over to the bank account. You can do it by card, PayPal, do it with whatever you like. Paul said, the carp on our lake keeps spawning on and off. Very odd. It is. I don't know what it is this year. You know, it's a real strange one, isn't it? They seem to be spawning a lot more than they had done. That water must be so warm. That has happened a number of times over the years. Yeah, sometimes they don't spawn maybe just once. Other times, like 3 or 4 times, like they do now. Terry said, with your experience now, who would you say did the best terminal tackle? Bloody hell, that's difficult because no one does the best terminal tackle, you see. A lot of the companies do great terminal tackle, and I cherry pick from each one. You know, like Calder do some nice stuff, Fox do some nice stuff. I use quite a bit of theirs. Thinking Anglers, I use a lot of their kit. Nash, I use a lot of their kit. I use everybody. So, I don't think there is one tackle company out there that does everything the best. You just cherry pick. That's what I like to do. I like to cherry pick the things I like and I'm confident in. For instance, I like size 4, Thinking Anglers, curved pointed, beaked chod top hooks for my sort of hinges and that type of thing. For my bottom bait sort of stiff D rigs. I like those. I like Calder size 4 wide gapes for my bottom sort of bait, other bottom bait straight out of the bag rigs. For my sort of choddies and hinge stiffies and those type of stuff, I like ESP chod hooks, cryogen chod hooks. You know, that's just one example of you can use 3 or 4 different companies for different hooks on that. So I don't think anyone, to answer your question, does the best terminal tackle. I just cherry pick different ones. Yes, a few times. Biggest over £40. Happy days, Trevor. Hope you're well. Did you get my address? Yes, Stuart, I've got your address. Don't worry. I'll be sending them out to you in the next couple of weeks. Big boat on canal. Did cut your lines in Belgium? No, it didn't. I had my rods in when that happened. I just wanted to see. I was in all. I just reeled it in. I see it coming through. And I thought, oh my god, that would take out your lines. If you haven't seen the video, or the trailer even, will show you that big boat coming through the swim on the canal. Yeah, I mean, you got to bring them in anyway. When that happens, smaller ones you're okay, but the big boats like that in a small canal, the rods and reels and it's all going in, isn't it? So best to just bring it out. Phil said, same with me. Had to do the ECAN. That was with me with the rod question. Yeah, hope you're well, Phil. It was good to see you at the social as well. You had the longest walk, didn't you? You had the longest walk from the car park to the car park. Andy says, guys, honestly, if you get the chance, go on one of the socials. You won't be disappointed. Leon and Jamie are both crack on. Thank you very much for such a good... that you liked it so much, Andy, mate. Thank you. Thank you for coming and thank you for the review and enjoying it. That's what gave us the buzz, was helping you guys, watching you catch the fish, enjoying your food, just everything. Me and Jamie were buzzing after saying, that went really well. We really enjoyed it. Everyone was happy. Everyone had a good time. If you're paying good money for it, that's what you should be, shouldn't it? John says, social in Europe. Well, that sounds exciting. I have to that definite. Well, we are, because of we've got a lot of contacts in Europe, people we work for and work with. We're looking at different venues at the moment that we can get that will give you a good chance of catching some really nice fish. If you haven't been to France, there'll be Drive and Survive as well. So you just have to get there. We're looking for some that got food packages, hopefully. If not, we'll probably do a barbecue once or twice a week. But yeah, we're looking into the European ones. A lot of guys and ladies that from the Sandhurst one were saying would love to do a French trip to a lake with like-minded people like this because they haven't been to France before. So we thought, bloody hell, yeah, we have to do some of those, definitely. When I pick my rods up to pack up, they get packed away after seeing someone else's rods go shooting in the lake. Very good point. Very, very good point. What I always do is I always loosen the clutch to almost nothing. So I'll hear it and the clutch going across the floor when I'm packing up. So, yeah, I never had the clutches up or anything like that. They're as loose as anything. Sometimes I even put the bail arm, open the bail arm when I'm putting them on the floor. But yeah, very good point. Brian said, Abbey Lakes in France. Yeah, we could do that one, to be fair. I've got a lot of experience fishing Abbey Lakes. That would be a good one. And they do food packages as well. So that would be a real good one to do, wouldn't it? I have to inquire about that one. Abbey Lakes. But also some other lakes that you probably haven't heard of that we could have a real good social on. Good barbecue. Catch some lovely 40-pounders plus. That you wouldn't, there's not in the mainstream that would be nice to fish as well. What black bluebell? Yes, that could be another one. Bluebell. I'm not sure if they do exclusives though. It'd have to be an exclusive one, wouldn't it? Trinity Lake at Grendon, Northants. You can book the lake. Oh, Trinity Lake. Let me have a look. Trinity Lake, Grendon. Let me put this down. And of course, guys, if you've got any questions tonight about anything, about the socials, about anything to do with fishing, please put them down. About another 10 minutes, we'll be leaving everybody and going into the closed Facebook group, which is just for members of Catch More Carp. So you've got another 10 minutes before we have to say goodbye. Neil said Hawcott. That would be a good one. Hawcott, yep, Hawcott. So I fished there. I did like that, to be fair. Hawcott, Coking Farm. I'm writing all these down. Junction 12. Now, that's another one I'd like to do. Junction 12. That would be a real good one, that one. Definitely. Thanks for those, Neil. Can you use particle Norton, or is it just pellets and corn? It is only boilie, pellets and corn on Norton. No particles at all, unfortunately. I had a great time with the guys and girls at Sandhurst. Thanks, Leon. No problem at all. Just got hot chili sauce called Poison. Lovely. Mary says, I'm on North Lake Elphick in mid-November. Any advice, Leon? More than welcome. Thank you. I don't really know Elphick, to be fair. Probably mid-November, I'll be starting to think about having at least one on a zig. That time of year, it's coming in really into the winter there. Might be warm, might not be, but start thinking about zigs, maybe some naturals, some worms in the mix, chop them in, sort of thing. Something which is highly digestible bait, I would use. Crumb, just coming into winter. Fish for a bite, little fluoros maybe as well. PVA bags, that type of thing, Marius. Fish for a bite. Fish for a bite. But I'm pretty sure from memory, Elphigs, they love a zig in there. From memory. They love a zig. When's the next prize drop? We haven't had a prize draw, have we? I've got some good news and I've got some bad news about the prize draws. I'm going to leave that for the closed Facebook group because that's only for the Catch More Carp subscribers anyway. So I should be talking about that, Stuart. Andy said, best barbless hooks. I use Ridge Monkey hooks, and they're all barbed and going to need barbs for next week. Depends on what rig you use. Can you not crush the barbs on the Ridge Monkey hooks? That's what I would do. I would crush the barbs. Get a pair of pliers or a pair of forceps. If I'm normally on a barbless rule and I haven't got any barbless hooks, I'll crush them, break them off with the forceps or the pliers. Try doing that, Anthony. If not, because I know Ridge Monkey don't do barbless hooks, do they? Depends on what hook it is. Let me know what hook they are and I'll be able to give you a good alternative. I think it's down to different strains of fish spawn at different times and size of fish comes into the mix as well. Yes, to do with the spawning. Now, what I know, I mean, I may be totally wrong, but from what I know about spawning fish, females, males, is that a female fish can only spawn once. Okay, so if you've got 3 different strains in a lake, you could have 3 sets of spawning. Now, if those fish have all spawned, but you might get something which is called a ghost or a phantom spawning. So in other words, all the females have spawned. But a lot of the fish I was seeing getting caught over the weekend and at the social, they were milting. They were all male fish. Horny little devils they were. All male fish. And they were milting out like you wouldn't believe. I see them spawning, crashing around and things like that. So that's the male fish, not the female fish. It's the male fish. I know on Sandhurst there's like 3 or 4 different stockings, and they've already spawned 4 times. All the females are spawned. What we saw at Sandhurst was the males. What I saw at Hawcott was the males getting a bit fruity, one freshening about here. They're probably rubbing up against each other, if anything. So the females were not evolved. They're all done weeks and months ago. So yes, you get a ghost or a phantom spawning, I think they call it. The fishery guys call it, where the males are just basically shagging themselves, really. Alan said, do you ever use Nash claws? I have done. They're quite a nice hook, them. I like the angles on it. Mega hook holes. Yes. I mean, first of all, I was very dubious about them because you've got that quite like a V, haven't you? It's like, you think, well, that's a weak point, but actually it's a strong point. I was talking to Mark Vousand, who came up with that invention of those type of hooks. That design, knows everything. German guy, really nice guy, really knows his stuff about hooks, obviously. I used to use a lot of his hooks when I used to pre-sharpen them up. Now he works for Nash, and all their hooks now are really good. As another, I like using their chod hooks as well. Chod twisters, they're a good, very good hook. Nice wide gape on them as well. But yeah, I've used them a couple of times, the claws. But yeah, I could probably recommend them, to be fair. Berners Hall, Trevor. Yeah, Berners Hall. How about Kempton Park? Can we have a social there, Trevor? Phil, and the Walk of Shame. Yeah, I haven't heard that for a while, the Walk of Shame. Phil had the Walk of Shame at the week at the social. Unfortunately, he didn't catch. It was a little bit quiet where he was. There was a few fish fizzing and bubbling up and that type of thing. Most of them were up sort of middle to up the other end. So yeah, so unfortunately he had a Walk of Shame, which we're going to have to put right next time, aren't we, Phil? Baz said, hi Leon, I tried to order some hooks from J Precision yesterday, but it wouldn't take the discount code. Oh, I will have a black chicken mug as well, mate. I will message them. Thanks for telling me. Jay, it might have run out. Did you message them, Baz? Did you message them to ask them? And yes, I'll get some of these black chicken mugs done. Hi Mark, good to see you, mate. How would you tackle a shallow, weedy water and the fish hardly fish on the hard bottom? Shallow, weedy water. Look for the holes. Definitely bait some spots to make the holes bigger. It's like on any water, whether it be deep, shallow, weedy, not weedy. It's just all about location. If you have to stay up late at night, get up early, see where they are, see where they're getting caught from, and make a plan from there. But normally, if it's a very shallow, weedy water, you're not going to get much of a drop. So I'll be fishing bags, so you're not going to be able to tell 100% if you're on a clean spot. So I'd probably be using a braid and a lead first of all to try and find some of these clearer spots, then to put a bag in it. That's how I'd fish it, Mark. Phil said, on the Belgian canals, if the boats are unladen, you will get away with it. Abbey Lake sounds good. So yeah, so what Phil's saying is, if the boat's coming through on the Belgian canals, because Phil fishes a lot out there, if they're high up in the water, you're going to get away with the lines not getting taken out. If they're laden, they're a lot lower in the canal, then you're going to lose your leads and everything. Going to be all over the place, and you're going to get caught up. I just take them out anyway. Paul said, my son is a geotechnologist. Says that several of the geo-study science groups are in agreement that the Earth has moved into a new phase of climate and are quite worried. Doesn't sound good, does it, Paul? Etang Lefraise, my mate Mark runs it. Etang Lefraise. Let me write this one down as well. Etang Lefraise. I might send him a message, Sari, and have a look at it first. Nash Church Lake does exclusive bookings. Now there's another good one. Nash Church Lake. It's quite a difficult water though, isn't it? Church Lake. Can be very tricky. Some lovely fishing now, but can be very, very tricky, that's for certain. But another good one. Thank you very much for letting us know. The Grange, Ted Whiteman's Lakes. Let me write that one down. The Grange, Ted Whiteman's Lakes. Thank you very much for that, Nigel. Evening to you, everyone. What about Linear in Oxford? Actually, very, very good call, that. Linear, Oxford. Another very good one. Thank you, Julia. Obvious, but I didn't even think about it. Andy said, according to the Norton website, no crushed barbs. I mainly use the Apex medium curve. Now, another good medium curve, a barbless one, is the Fox one. They're very good medium curves. They're curved ones. They're new ones out. I'm sure they do a barbless version of that. Either that, if not that, what else ones? I know. I tell you what else. Other ones. Look at the chod. Look at the, not the chod hammer. The trig hammer from ESP in the barbless as well. Have a look at that. Those two are very. I use them a lot. Them ones. Check them out. Adnola. Hi everyone. Hi to you. Nash floater crawls are great. Yep, I've seen quite a few people. I haven't used them myself, Rich. I've seen quite a few people using them though. Those Nash claws for floater fishing. Do you see I've taken a liking to the Gardner Talon tip books? Yeah, they're pretty good as well, aren't they? I remember them from years ago. Exceedingly sharp. Very nice pattern they are. Bit like the Gardner. Bloody hell, what was that one? What was that Gardner hook that was so bloody good? Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. Used it quite a lot. It's like a bit like a medium curve with an inturned eye. Gardner. Oh my God, I can't remember the bloody name of it. Someone will tell me on here what it's called. Oh God. Mark said, can't pre-bait as day ticket and well, gets rather rammed. Little bags, mate. Look, spend time looking for them fish and even just popping a bag in the weed. It's going to be fishing, I reckon. I would try that. If you're worried about the weed, the bag not going through, add a little layer of sand. Mega heavy, or even salt. A layer of salt in the bottom. That's the one. Very heavy. Will go right to the bottom of any weed. And the fish love it. Bess said, no, I never messaged them, mate, and didn't bother you about it as you have been busy lately. I should drop them a message as well then, Baz. Evening, Roy. Good to see you, mate. Paul said, we as humans have tipped the balance on the earth. Also, all the deep water extraction has not been taken into account. I know it's not good, is it? Is it, Paul? Terry said, church lakes, please. Yeah, I'm definitely just gonna ask about that one, to be fair. Paul said, evening, Paul. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good on this Thursday. What about Island Lake France? Yes. Now, that is another one. We could get that for the end of July next year. They've got a week left, end of July next year. Only problem is it's going to be rather expensive. That's the only problem. For 6 anglers. It's going to be near, because it's only, we've got somewhere which we can get 10 or 12 anglers on, then yeah, the price is going to come down, you know. It's going to really come down. But yeah, I'm hearing you, Mark. It's a lovely lake, isn't it? Island Lake, France. Old Mill Oak Lake, good for a social. Let's put this one down. Old Mill Oak Lake. Okay. Oh, blimey, look, we've gone over their time. Okay, guys, thank you very, very, very much for joining us tonight. Again, if you want to fish the Turners social event, the weekend, 21st to 23rd of July, send me a message. If you'd like to fish the East Delph event, which is, I've got a couple of spaces left on that, 3rd to 5th of November, £135 per person, send me a message on that one. Look out for more socials coming up. And I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next Thursday. I'm going to go over to I'm going to say goodbye to the YouTube, to the Leon Bartropp Carper Facebook page, the Catch More Carp Facebook page, but stay with me, the Catch More Carp subscribers. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the website already, over 300 videos, loads of stuff on there, discounts, everything going on there. go and check it out at www.catchmorecarp.co.uk, and you will always get first refusal on all the socials as well for being a member. Right, let's say goodbye to a few people. To everyone on Catch More Carp Facebook page. See you later, guys. See you next week. To the Neil Bartropp Angler Facebook page. Thanks for tuning in, guys and ladies, and see you next week. And on Leon Bartropp Carper YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it, ladies and gents. And I'll see you also, all of you,